How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm actually going to be doing something that I have little to no knowledge of. So to be honest with you, I'm just going to put a disclaimer right here. I can't guarantee that anything that I say or assume in this video is true. So do this at your own risk. I'm just sharing my experiences to see if it'll help someone. I've been having an issue with my stereo. This is the first gen LS400 Nakamichi stereo. The first time I got this, I plugged it into the car and it made this loud popping sound in all four speakers. And for that, on this board right here, this board is supposed to be up against this when you open this all up. This little capacitor right here, it's 1,000 microfarad 16 volt capacitor, was actually blown out. So I replaced this one and my radio was fine for a while. But recently I found that it was making the same kind of popping sound regardless of volume or what input it was on. And I found out that this one had actually just blown out. So I just replaced this one, same 1,000 microfarad 16 volt. You can buy them on Amazon for like 20 bucks for a giant pack of like 20. So I really just wanted to kind of try and explain to people that if you were to try and fix the stereo, it's a little easier than you think. If it's making that popping sound and you know that it's not in your amplifier and your subwoofer, then most of your problems are going to be with these capacitors right here. And it's quite simple. They look very complicated, I know. You don't need to know what all this stuff does. I couldn't tell you for the life of me what any of this stuff does. What you need to look for is stuff like this. I didn't clean it off this one, so I'll show you here. Let me see if I can get a good zoom on it. If you see, there's a bunch of like brown like soot stuff. That is something that you need to be looking for. Like for instance, I'm actually worried about these capacitors because it has the same kind of soot on it. I mean, if you look at like other ones, you can see these ones are all clean. There's nothing over here. You can see this one is nice and clean. There's nothing over here. But then, you know, you would go back to this one and you would see like that brown stuff right there. That usually means that something's gone bad. So if you find anything like that, that's pretty much a guaranteed way to know that that something is wrong. So I just wanted to explain that. It's actually a lot easier to replace these capacitors than you think it is. All you need is a soldering iron, and you would just find the right solder points, solder, and warm up the solder, take your old capacitor out, put the new capacitor back in, resolder those points, and then it's as good as new. You're good to go. I hope that helps someone. Again, I'm not nowhere near like not even a novice, to be honest, with electronics, especially stereo electronics. So I really can't take all of this with a grain of salt. You know, you can do your research. I tried doing my research, couldn't find anyone who had had the issues I had, so I took it apart myself and I found the issues myself and I solved the problem. So